Please note that the opinions expressed on this channel do not necessarily reflect those of the Tonya 23 experience. We hereby assert our right to utilize media clips for the sole purpose of reporting and informing our audience. These video clips are used in accordance with fair use principles and applicable copyright laws. Thanks so much for your viewing.
Please visit our website and sign up with your email address to get the notifications in case other social media outlets fail sending out notifications for some reason. www.tonya23.com or www.holisticquelaneshaven.org. Also, check out our retail store Holistic Emporium. As a treat to see what style I'm rocking and as promotion of myself, I will be wearing fashion sponsored by Tonya23. Classy news. That's it, that's all.
Yes, welcome to Tonya 23 Experience. I just wanted to correct that. The website is www.tonya23.com. And there you can find my blog page. You can see my natural skincare co and a lot more. Get over there and check out the website. We also have, once you come on, it'll ask you for your email address to join our social media site that we've started, and it's called Chatterbox. So if you like to chit chat and chatter, over there is the place to be. And you can access that at www.tonya23.com. Let's build it. Let's build it up. We always talk about we don't have this and we don't have that. So it's being provided. Let's see the support that it receives. Tonight, as you can see, we have our special family member, and this is brother Rizzy Riz. Yes, so he's been on our show so many times that we don't call him a guest. He is now a family member of the Tonya 23 Experience. So welcome, brother Rizzy. Yay!
Evening, sister. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So how's everything going with you?
Okay, I can say for the most.
Yes. Awesome. So I have been collecting videos of different instances in this wild, wild world all week. Some things are serious, but most things we are going to comment on what exactly is going on out here. We're also going to comment on a couple of things that I have not uploaded video on because there's so much content to go through, and that is our Star Family videos that have been uploaded. And for all intents and purposes, we have our YouTube buddy, Mr. MB33, and he is pretty much taking care of the Star Family's occurrences on YouTube. So just for commentary purposes, I might jump on there and get a little video, but let's get started. Is there anything you want to add before we start running these videos?
No, sister, you can go right into it.
Alrighty, give me just a moment. Let me get my little ticker going here. This one will do for now. Has some information, excuse me, on there. If you'd like to support the channel, we have our PayPal at myeverythingoffice@gmail.com. And we also have the very famous Cash App at $TONYA 1116. And brother Rizzy, feel free to throw your Cash App or however you receive donations in the chat, in the comments there, and it'll be seen by everyone. I can probably pin it up there. throw that in the comments. And let's get started, family. I am trying to find this music and put that on the smash. Let's get into our videos. Now, mind you, these are adult only videos, but just so you know, put the little kitties up. We have some things to share. Video file. Let's see, share screen. We go there. We go here. We go here. We go here. Okay. First off tonight, we're going to start with let's get the serious stuff out of the way, because this is not funny. Brace yourself, family.
Down below, every year,
Hold
there's
on.
more than 800,000 missing cases reports filed every year in the United States of America. And did you also know that there's 500,000 more that go on without being reported? That's 1.3 million. Did you know that it was that many missing cases right here in your backyard? Did you know that? Comment down below. I want to know, were you aware of this information? So they say that that's one child for every 40 seconds. One child for every 40 seconds. Did you know that?
Ring the alarm, family. I got to get my sound effects board hooked up, because that the bullhorn sound, bum, 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 that is the sound that need to be played. Did you hear what he just said? Hold on.
I think I got
to
you.
run this back one more time, brother, then we're going to talk about it.
Every year, there's more than 800,000 missing cases reports filed every year in the United States of America. And did you also know that there's 500,000 more that go on without being reported? That's 1.3 million. Did you know that it was that many missing cases right here in your backyard? Did you know that? Comment down below. I want to know, were you aware of this information? So they say that that's one child for every 40 seconds. One child for every 40 seconds. Did you know that? And did you know that the highest percent was African American, Asian, or some other descent? Did you know that? Leave your comments down below. I want to know if you knew this.
Yes, family. Those stats are staggering. Staggering, family. Something's got to be done about this. We need to demand to find out, because actually I did a video over 6-7 months ago, and the number was at 800,000 then, and we just closed out a year, so we would definitely need a recount for up until the end of 2024 and going into 2025, and updated numbers. But this is just there's no word to really describe the severity other than a state of emergency. Every 40 seconds, like I said, a so-called minority child is coming up missing. And I want to say that the number has to be staggering for Black children. Let's just put it like that. Go ahead, Brother Rizzo.
That's ridiculous, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I was looking. I think it's either one of them. It's either Uber or Lyft. Now they're offering teenage rides and stuff like that.
I heard something that
That's
they were either
crazy.
being investigated, or someone that was working for them was part of the something going on there. with the
Nah,
children.
they going directly. They using Lyft and for you got a license or something to get involved in Lyft or whatever it is.
Wow. We
It's
just
just
have to be
crazy.
careful with every single thing that we are doing because yeah, that was, you know, most certainly we had to start out with that because it's really all about the youth and cleaning up what we can clean up so that we all, but mainly they, can be all they can be. You know what I'm saying? To have the opportunity to be.
See that?
And, yeah.
Not
So,
only that, you got that going on. You got it's just so much that happened in the last 4 years. I'm just gonna say so many things happened in the last 4 years. Now it's time to get things back to where it should be. It's gonna be hard to get. It's a lot of things going on, and it's certain people that in higher places that
mm,
they're really the gatekeepers of this.
really,
So it'll really never stop. Yeah, it's certain people in the high places that are the gatekeepers of this thing, and it'll never stop.
I totally understand. But, Sister Tonya 23, I'm going to hit it. I got to go because it really starts with the parents. We
It
have to
do.
clean up our lives and not give them the opportunity to be coming in to do what they want to do with our children.
You
And
right.
of course, there are isolated incidents where everything is in place and something still falls through the cracks. But for the most part, these children are already being in the system because of, you know, the criminal records of the parents. And let's just be for real, the burden on the grandparent, especially the grandmothers of our community for at least 20 years or so, 25, 30 years, has been tremendous.
But
Grandmothers that,
hold on,
yes,
sister.
yes, go ahead,
You
interject.
can't even say the grandmas no more. It's not the grandmas. It's the great grandmas now. It's not the grandmas. It's
Absolutely
the
too.
great grandmas. The grandmas are like 27, 28
We've been
nowadays.
passed over. Yeah, it's the
It's
generation
the
just
great
before.
grandmas now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the great grandmas. Some of the grandmas are getting hit with that, but it's mainly the great grandmas going
Well,
over
that's
in.
because we have jumped into the grandmothers now having bad, either drug problems or some criminal backgrounds. A lot of grandmothers are doing
Yeah,
time. And so that leaves the children on the great grandmothers, and the great grandmothers are departing at an alarming rate, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And so
Because
that
they're at
is
that
an
time
emergency
where they're
for
at
the
that time in
children.
their life where they should be transitioning into a smoother, a smoother vibration, a lighter lifestyle. But
Right.
if they're being, I'm not even gonna say if they're being rejected. I'm gonna say if they're more being neglected of that, it's like suffocating them in an instant. They can't do the same thing they did 10 years ago. The
Hmm.
energy ain't the same, the food ain't the same, and the medication, if they on medication, it's getting worse. So you got to add that in the factor too, the medication, the cost of it. On top of that, they got to pay for these kids, and the system really taking advantage when they realize, okay, all right, you know what, we're gonna take advantage. We getting two for the price of one. We get to make money off of that child, and we get to make money off of that parent or them parents. So the parents is going, and then they get to look good with the child because it looks like they cleaning up when they really ain't cleaning up. But that's what it looked like in the front of the scene. So the people are blind to the naked eye. Behind the scene, that child probably in the home getting beaten, raped, all kind of stuff. You don't know. They say they go and do reports on these kids, but it's limited kids. It ain't every kid that all these reporters go out there and do their job, because if that was the case, the rate would be lower.
Well, yes, and absolutely. The majority of these kids are disappearing while in the custody of federal agencies as well. There was statistics that hundreds of thousands of children, they couldn't find the paperwork of once they were placed in homes where they went from there. which was totally outrageous and unheard of.
Sister, I don't believe that they couldn't find the paperwork. I believe that they destroyed the paperwork. They did. Come on, them is the feds. How they able to find everything else, but they can't find certain things? That don't make sense. How
Well,
can
they
you?
have been accused of being part of the problem.
It's a conspiracy within.
Right.
I ain't gonna. We probably ain't even allowed to say too much on the platform, but everybody knows it's a conspiracy. I don't
Let
believe it
me
is that.
Absolutely. I'm going to look up you can go ahead, keep talking. I'm going to look up the article about the judge that was caught with the cash and child or
That's
whatever it
crazy.
was.
Did you hear about that woman? That woman from I had an article on it. She was they basically she was a sex slave. They were selling her for $6,000. They got her from Ethiopia, somewhere over there, and she ended up somewhere down in Ghana.
Now let me read. This is AP News, guys. This is breaking news. Let's get it together here. Let me share my screen so that they're not talking crap. Share screen. Okay, now it says Biden's commutation in Kids for Cash scandal angers some Pennsylvania families. Okay, so he actually gave the judge a pardon. And what type of mentality is that? Let's talk about that in a moment. In this February 12, 2009 photo, Michael Conahan in the center, former Pennsylvania judge involved in a scheme to send youths for a profit jail in exchange for kickbacks, leaves the federal courthouse in Scranton, PA. The judge who helped orchestrate one of the worst judicial scandals in U.S. history, a scheme to send children to a for-profit jails in exchange for kickbacks. Among the 1,500 people whose sentences were commuted by President Joe Biden, this judge was one of them. So I guess the former president didn't see that this man needed to serve the remainder of his time. And the majority of the children were minorities, as they said before. It doesn't seem to be mentioned in this article, but yeah, it is mentioned that these were minority children mainly.
Of course, they were minority children. Man, you gotta understand that the people that we dealing with, the government that we dealing with, the people that we dealing with are not what people really think they are. They put on a mask up front, and behind closed doors, these people are in the sick acts and things. So of course he
I can't hear you, brother.
I said, behind closed doors, the people are different. These people that
I
we think
can't hear you still. No sound on your end.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me
It
now?
did say mute, but then it came off. I don't think you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Let me make sure it's not me. Let me refresh. There we go.
Can you hear me?
I just refreshed it. I still can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Hold on, I'll leave and come back.
I can't hear a thing you're saying. Come on, StreamYard. Yes, well, while we're waiting for Brother Rizzy, so what do you guys think about that? This being the pardon being used for this for such a thing. Can you hear me there now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you at all.
I left and I
What is
came
going
back.
on?
I left and came back. Let me see something.
I have everything is here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, the sound's working on my end. I just tested it. You hear
Can you
that?
hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? I got my
It's
mic
not
all the
muted.
way up. Nothing muted on my end. I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Did you once you took out the headphone?
Yeah.
Did you check on your iPhone to make sure the Bluetooth isn't connected? Disconnect the Bluetooth.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Let us know out there about our volume and whatnot. Brother Rizzy is trying to get it to work on his end. Let me just we are live. Testing. There you go.
Can you hear me?
It's working because I'm checking it on YouTube and I can hear myself.
Can you hear me?
I
don't know what's going on. I
say something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I see now I can hear you. I can hear you on the YouTube. But I can't hear you on the StreamYard. That's crazy.
You can't hear me on the StreamYard. Maybe that I don't know. It might transfer to YouTube. I don't somehow because
okay, now I can't hear you.
Wow,
it just went out on the YouTube.
That's crazy.
It just went out on the YouTube. Try it again. Say something again.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you on the YouTube, but I can't hear you on the StreamYard.
I don't know why. My headphones not Bluetooth. They just regular all wired headphones. Crazy. I plugged them out because I was like, maybe she can't.
That wouldn't it wouldn't work like that because I can hear you on YouTube. It's StreamYard and it did go out. I'm gonna complain to them because this should cost too much for them to be
the sound to be going out.
Yeah, for this to be doing that. Yeah. Well, I have the headphone in so I could still hear you and I don't need as long as you can hear me, we're good.
Yeah, I definitely.
But if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be able to hear you.
That's crazy. the sound
Hold on 1 second, let me plug my phone in. That's super crazy, man.
That's why I was looking like, man, the sound was just working.
Yeah, I'm glad I have this. Yeah, that would have messed up my whole podcast. And you know what? I will make StreamYard pay me.
Yeah, that's crazy. They gotta
Let's
the
move into the
sound,
next
the audio
video.
gotta
Let's
get
keep it
better.
going.
Uh-huh.
Let's check this out. Let me see. Did you hear about Busta Rhymes?
You talking about him being on the other side?
Busta Rhymes turned himself into the cops after allegedly a fight.
If you know, you know.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Crazy. Everyone's crashing out. What's going on with Busta?
I don't know. But I probably said something. Somebody probably said something. Who knows?
Big news.
Is
Did you hear this one?
They ground you in perspective, and over time that makes you better.
Jennifer Aniston panics after accidentally exposing secret affair with Barack Obama. Let's hear what she said.
They had just been binge watching Friends.
Hello, this is Macy. Over the last few months, a whirlwind of speculation has claimed there might be more than just a friendly connection between former President Barack Obama and Hollywood A-lister Jennifer Aniston. Yes, you read that correctly. A prominent political figure, one who spent 8 years in the global spotlight, and one of television's most beloved actresses, are rumored to be entangled in an unexpected celebrity saga.
Incredible.
Is that the curveball that's thrown at us now?
Rumors have it, or allegedly, Barack Obama is supposed to be dating Jennifer Aniston, and possibly there's talks of the big D word, allegedly. I mean, what a time to be alive. Who would have thought this? After this happened,
Curveball. What are they trying to distract us with? I'm not even entertained by it. He's human. He's human.
Exactly.
Big booze right now, as you can imagine.
Did you see this?
I don't know if you guys can hear it over my mic, but former President Obama, former President Obama, getting a resounding, as we would say in New York, a Bronx cheer here. About maybe 30 minutes ago, inside the Capital One Arena, we saw a shot of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Okay, now the boos are picking up again. Big booze right now, as you can imagine. I don't know if you guys can hear it over my mic, but
boy, is that striking.
Former President Obama, former President Obama, getting a resounding, as we would say in New York, a Bronx cheer here. About maybe 30 minutes ago, inside the Capital One Arena, we saw a shot of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Okay, now the boos are picking up again, as you can imagine. You have former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and obviously former President Bill Clinton as well. The crowd here is getting a little more raucous as it's filling out.
They're aging dastardly.
It was pretty peaceful and friendly.
Bill looks like one of those guys that can't remember too much too. He's going to Bidenville pretty soon.
Probably louder than it was for
you starting to see that the evil on their face. They can't hide it. It's coming out.
Did you? Yes, this look right here. That look right there. He's like booing me, these freaking peasants, he probably calling us.
He got the blood in him.
Yeah, so off the chain.
Yeah, anything he does doesn't
What do you think
impress me.
about this video here? Let me see. Here we go.
Which one of you gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck
Can't
out
hear
one of
him.
you
Yeah, I saw that one already.
for doing it. Which one gonna do it first?
I'll be the one that performs for himself.
Okay, so this is actually the video where he's talking about if anyone votes or performs for Trump, they out of their mind and this and that. And he like really was calling the N-word and all of that if they were to vote or support him in any kind of way. Now check this out.
That's why he getting the biggest backlash.
This is why. This is him at Trump's inauguration. I wish you could hear the song. It's a country song he playing.
I can hear it. He playing Journey.
Y'all having a good time yet?
I know what he playing.
Well, make some motherfucking noise.
Now, he said all of that crap. And I mean, is he like losing his mind from the weed or something like that? Because ain't no way he thought that we forgot that he said that.
Hypocrites. Snoop Dogg a hypocrite. He a Libra. He can't help it. His scale be on balance. He
Yo,
always trying to be on the fence about shit. Trying to get
he's
a
giving
dollar.
hypocrite a whole different name now.
He hypocritical. He open with it too. Him and Game got a lot in common.
Unbelievable. Yes. Big Chico! What's going on, Big Chico, in the chat? Thanks for coming through. Yes. I am so sorry about that. I'm trying to pay attention to everything. Shalom, shalom. Thanks for coming through. How you doing? I know you on your way over to the Scarbarian land. I'll see you there later. This is one of my Scarbarian brothers, Big Chico. Yes. Next video, let's see what's going on here. Oh, check out this video about this is what young kids is taking, and it's some sort of drug, and I want to say it's the hardcore one, but they say it's something out there that making the kids do this here. He might be older than he looks, but is that heroin or is that some new stuff we don't know about?
That's some new stuff. Heroin is the worst than that. Probably mixed with heroin. Who knows?
Yeah, I've seen this, and I've seen them like this in Baltimore. Well, parents and family members, look out, because there's something out there that got them going down. And I mean, if you go to certain places, it's real bad. I'll be collecting more footage or whatever, but I don't know what they're on, and I want to say it's some new crap. But yeah.
I can't even say that's lean. I don't know what
It
that
got
is.
them going, y'all.
That's
The
heroin,
streets in New
lean, and
York is
everything
off
mixed
the
up.
chain.
What drug he on? Or what
Ah,
drugs he
man.
on? Look
Let's
like
check out this
somebody
scenario with
grandpa
these two
there
young
fucking in
ladies
like he
here.
got back problems.
Two Mississippi women were shot and killed on Facebook Live after pulling up to another woman's house to fight. Bum, 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 bum. That's when that went wrong. So they pulled up to a sister's house and she murked them. Off the chain. Come on, y'all. We got to do better. Why are y'all going to somebody's house? Some people have elderly people that live with them and whatnot. And when the men do it, we say, oh, Lord, they done went crazy, this and that. They go into people's house and they shooting up the grandmama's house and whatnot. And now we got the ladies doing it. What if they are mothers? Like, is this the image? This is not the image. Like, no, something's definitely wrong with that. And what in the world is it going to take for us to get back to being decent women? I couldn't say, look at these two and call them indecent, but it's their actions, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I know they regret doing this.
They can't regret it.
They got killed.
They can't regret
So,
it. They can't even regret it. That's
wow.
the thing. You can't even regret
and
it.
they definitely didn't think that was coming because they was on Facebook Live.
Stop playing. People out here, you don't know where people from. You don't know what they've been
It's a
through.
lot going on.
You
Like,
can't
these
be
are
doing
just
that.
certain incidents. There was a young boy that did a supposedly, they're trying to classify it as a mass shooting, but as far as I know, he stabbed one girl to death. But they're saying that he was, influenced by the internet. Look at this incident here. Let me know if you think this was on purpose or the actual accident.
Where's your pistol at on my side. Okay. Just put your hands on the top of the vehicle for me. I appreciate that being very honest. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that being very honest. Oh, yeah. You okay? Hey.
He shot.
Go down.
Purposely.
See it again.
I seen it.
Okay. Just put your hands on the top of the vehicle for me. Where's your pistol at on my side. Okay.
It looked like an accident.
On the top of the vehicle for me. I appreciate that being very honest.
She took the safety off.
Pulls the trigger.
She took the safety off.
He shot. I think it hit him in the gut. Or was it? It hit him right there.
Go down.
Crazy.
That
was an unfortunate day. If he lived through it, he's going to have a nice lawsuit there, because that's crazy. Super crazy.
I don't know what you're doing.
There was a incident that happened. It was a football game today where I have the footage of it was just a pure strength. It was just two men, you know, but it was like a real definite example of melanin, the difference of melanin and strength. But it was by a football player. Let me see if I can find it. What did I do with it? I emailed it to myself. It was good, yeah. Original footage. Let's see. See if you can see this. Yes. So much going on, so much going on. You can't do anything with just one device anymore. Where was I? Okay.
Let's see what happened here. Working against Jalen Carter. Oh, he didn't like that.
Wait. Let me try to get it in front of the camera.
36 to go in this game. Let's see what happened here. Working against Jalen Carter. He didn't like that.
You gotta hold it on the angle a
Oh,
little bit.
man.
It was showing and it stopped showing. You gotta hold it on the angle.
All right.
Let's see what happened here.
That's not going to work. Let me get it because it's a good one. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold him down, brother Rizzy. Crazy incidents you saw or remember this week? Did you hear something about Trump passed a $1 trillion stimulus package? I didn't hear anything about that. I was trying to find it online, but I don't see anything.
Somebody told you that? I ain't hearing nothing about it yet.
I missed it. What you say? Can you repeat that for me?
I said, I didn't hear anything about no $1 trillion stimulus package being passed yet. I ain't hear nothing about that. That'd be nice. How much
I just heard that tonight.
How much you think we all would get as human beings?
I definitely just heard it tonight, and I was sure enough. I'm gonna look into it again.
That's what, like what's that, like $500,000? So what, $10,000 every black person?
Okay. Something like that. All right, now I'm gonna share my screen.
So you gonna give us that to say you gave us something, because now you got billionaires next to you. So what is that money to billionaires? Nothing.
Exactly. Hold on.
Yeah, that's
Why
crazy.
can't
What
I
Trump,
find
what he's
it?
doing.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Download. I should have just done that from Jump Street. Okay, now let me see. StreamYard. Present.
5:46 to go in this game. Let's see what happened here. Working against
Alright, here you
Jalen
go.
Carter. Oh, he didn't like that.
Let it run a couple times.
That's like okay. 5:46 to go in this game. Let's see what happened here. Working against Jalen Carter. Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, God.
He knocked him clean out. They had to have a stretcher and everything come and get him. He knocked him clean out. Yeah.
Did he get ejected from the game, or they let him stay in the game? They allowed him to stay in the game, or did they eject him from the game?
Yeah, they let him stay in the game.
Wow.
I guess that was a pure reaction, huh?
Yep.
5:46 to go in this game. Let's see what happened here. Working against Jalen Carter. Oh, he didn't like that.
Mush. Done.
Oh, God.
Done.
Stop one, yeah.
he was like he was stretched out like a roach, yo. I was like, oh, wow, that was a good example of pure melanin strength.
5:46 to go.
Yeah, he put hands on him, put hands right back on him, knocked him out.
Too much. But yeah, that's a rumor, something about some Trump. Mm-hmm. Oh, check this out. A video about Beyonce has a demon.
More in the public eye. Beyonce has a demon. She refers to it as Sasha Fierce, but
Sasha was in full effect. Sasha is...
Yeah, we know that. I sent something to you, sister. I seen that earlier this week. That had me laughing. I sent it to you. Oh man, that was fun. Yeah, she came out with a Sasha Fierce album. Her alter
manifests
ego
itself more in the public eye. Beyonce has a demon. She refers to it as Sasha Fierce, but
Sasha was in full effect. Sasha is...
But let me see, I got another one where you can really see it.
Oh, you can see that demon is a head movement. You can see it.
See.
You can actually see it.
Oh, you saw it? On my end, it looked crazy.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was another guy that got a cease and desist letter from them after he did TikTok about the current allegations about him and the 15-year-old girl or whatever. It was a regular YouTuber, and they ended up getting a cease and desist letter from Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Uh-huh.
I was like, wow, they really don't want nobody talking about them.
Yep, they're going, yeah. Once you start doing that, you're a popular YouTuber and they see how much for you get, you get in trouble.
There was another sad thing about a young girl that was a dancer for the clown guy in Chicago. Did you see that?
No.
Young lady got killed. Yeah, I have a corner for this week's moment of silence. So every week when we do the show, I'm gonna have video footage that was a moment of silence. So let's see what we have for this young lady.
Leaving 2 dead and 2 others in the hospital. Hello, everyone. I'm Stephen Quinn.
And I'm Brenda Dunn. Muriel is off tonight. People in Tuscaloosa are remembering one of those
Can
teens
you hear it?
tragically killed. ABC 3340's
Yeah, I
Bobby
can hear
Portman
it.
joins us after spending the day at Paul W. Bryant High School, where students remembered their classmate. And Bobby, the ceremony for Madison Sims was held on a baseball field.
And Brenda, that field was lined with more than 100 students, if not upwards of around 200. Every single one of them had a balloon in hand, and the ceremony was pretty emotional for many of them. Classmates shared their sadness as they came together to lift their hearts and balloons in honor of 17-year-old Madison Sims. School leaders recognized the junior's friends and family. Sims' grandfather, Oscar Ford, was one of the few family members in attendance.
Trying to stay strong, as we would say, but to see and witness what I saw today is really overwhelming.
Ford says he had a loving and strong relationship with his granddaughter. Now, one of the last times he spoke to her was just before prom.
She was so loving, so warm that day. Even had the nerve to call her granddad and said, "Granddad, I want you to be in my prom." I said, "Sugar, do you know what you're asking? I'm almost 70 years old. I'm too old for a prom." She said, "But Granddad, I want you there." And that touched me, y'all. And it meant something.
Sims wanted him in her prom photos, and it was a picture they never got to take.
And me, I was busy. I really was. See, I pastored two churches, and I was real busy. Wasn't able to get away at the moment. And I called her. Then she went back into her little sweet mode. "Granddad, I know. And that's what I loved so much about her. I loved her, and I still love her. I'll always love her because she's mine. Y'all have to forgive me because I'm starting to feel that way again. I really am.
He believes her death was God's plan, and still he has a message for other teenagers.
They need to understand the choices they make may be the last choice they make.
Yes. Just a quick moment of silence for the young lady, and then I'm going to have a comment. Thank you for your participation. So much goes on, but that touched me. So I chose that for this week's moment of silence. But it also touched me what her grandfather just said. He said that he was a pastor of one or two churches, and he wasn't available for his granddaughter when she asked him to come through to be in her pictures, and he couldn't get that chance again. And then he also said that he thought it was God's plan that his granddaughter passed like this. And that just struck me as like with a dagger. Like I just jumped back, like, because to me that sounds insane. But this is the mindset that us as a people have to deal with. We seem to put the most important questions and quests that we have about us, our spiritual life, everything gets put on that situation. Now, there's belief, there's faith, and the like. But this was a tragic accident that happened. I believe it was a vehicle that went out of control. And not only did this young lady get killed, other children got killed as well. you know, something that it was an accident that happened at the school or whatever. So it wasn't an isolated thing. But they just happened to highlight this young lady for some reason. And I so think that that is damaging and detrimental as an example for our people, because if the person that was driving the car didn't have the accident, the incident couldn't have happened, and all the young people would not have died. And so I can't say that that was the will of God, unless you're one that believes everything is the will of God. But when there is a free will, in which that's what they believe, that everyone has a free will, how could that be the will of God for the young lady to die before her life can even really get off the ground? And for him to be a pastor, that means that, well, he just said it and he would teach that to others. And that's where we have a huge thing that needs to be addressed directly in our community. Because it is not a progression tool. As you could see, that was a prime example of what I'm speaking of. He said it out of his own mouth and everybody heard it. And I just want to ask the audience, whenever they view this video, to leave your comments about this and what you think. And I beg you, before you answer the question, to think it through with common sense, right? And you even use your scriptures that say, if God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whosoever believed in him might be saved, don't you think he wanted the little girl to live? A life was already given, so why did she have to give hers? Now, this just came out of the mouth of a pastor. To me, that's a problem. Now, that's just one scripture, but there's a slew of other ones that if he was my pastor, I would have to ask him to literally sit down and think through his common sense lens. Or is that just something that we tend to say when we have no understanding? We put everything on God that we don't understand, so that we don't ponder the real deep issues of life. That's an easy thing to put it on God. But what's not easy is for you to do that heart search in that flesh and ask yourself again, did that make any sense? What you think, Brother Rizzy? I've had it up to here with the rhetoric, with the religious rhetoric.
Boomer. I think he's a baby boomer.
And to me, it's just a scapegoat at this point, instead of dealing with the situation, because that's a pretty deep thing for him to have missed an occasion with his own granddaughter.
He's a baby boomer.
But he feels like he needs to pastor this flock. But the real deep issues of life would have had him with his granddaughter.
Nah,
Help
he's
me
a
out.
baby.
Help
He's
me
a
out
baby
with this
boomer.
one.
He's a baby boomer, stuck in his ways. And what I believe happened is, when you don't understand change, things change for you, so you can gain a deeper understanding. Yeah, she shouldn't have lost his life. She shouldn't have lost her life. He said what he said, but he said that as to just move on. That's how I look at it. He didn't really take the time and really pay attention to what he's saying. He a pastor, but that don't mean nothing. A lot of these pastors ain't connected in the spirit. Remember, being a pastor is religious. It's not spiritual. You have people that are religious that are also spiritual, but you're not gonna find spirit in religion. You're not gonna find spirit in religion. Spirit don't live there. Spirit is a natural thing. It's a thing of nature. Religion is an organization. It's an organization of people. It's something created. It's different. He more religious, so he gonna understand things from a religious standpoint. He's not gonna understand it from a spiritual standpoint.
It's more like,
and he's a baby boomer
a
too.
group.
You gotta remember, he's an older generation. So you gotta remember, he's been implanted with this stuff 60 plus years. 70, but 60 plus years. I'll say at the age of 10 is when you really start to fully understand what's going on.
Probably more than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look at it. Not saying he's wrong.
And you know, before that, whoever raised him had him there too.
Yeah. He not right, but it's not his fault that he's wrong. It's something that's been done over the years. He's coming towards a different part of his life where whatever you believe, you stuck on that. It at that age, I'm not gonna say people can't change, but it's very hard. You see what you see. And he seemed to tend to be okay.
He's got to make it, they've got to make it work for them at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't right, but that's
it is a good example. And to me, I'm just so conscious of it that it stands out to me as the very issue that if we could actually get that together, our people can move towards a real liberation.
Can I say something to that? Let me tell you something.
It's a little lag. Yeah.
Let me tell you something I've learned. I got my dad and I got my aunt. That's my dad. So my dad, he was more of the type of person, I've seen him hit his change in his middle age, which would be in his 60s. 60s is middle age. He started change and become more spiritual in his last 7 to 10 years of living that I know of. And in him doing that, I looked at my aunt and she went to church. She went to a Christian church. Not only did she go to a Christian church, she also went to Catholic church which is Anglican church or whatever. So she would flip-flop between the two. And I never really paid attention to it as a kid, but as an adult, I look back now and I say, dang, she was trying to find her way somewhere between, because her being born in 1941, which would make her a baby boomer, somewhere between, she got stuck in whatever she believed. She believed a little bit of the other things, but it's limited. So some of them move, but they move at their pace. And some of them they may not completely become of the spirit, but some of them try because I get it. That's all they knew back then. So they get stuck in that. And that's not a good thing because they got to remember, maybe you've reached an age where you feel you shouldn't do certain things, but the brain should never stop working. And that's when you can tell who's younger and who's older. Young black folks, older black folks that keep their brain moving, they look younger. As to older black folks that don't keep their brain functioning or learning new things, they age.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
I see it.
I feel like Like say my grandparents group, they were healthy, vibrant, happy. They processed grief well. And my grandmother was a Christian, but I guess you could African Episcopal AME something
If
whatever.
she's a Christian
But
and you
it
say
was nice,
African sound,
as
that's the
African American
Ethiopia where
church.
Christianity
But
started. So it was more pure then.
yeah, Christian. Yeah, it's Christian, but it was more Methodist. Yeah, it was Methodist. Yeah, she was a African Methodist. Episcopal
African
whatever.
Christianity
To me it
more
was like
pure
it
than
was just like a
European
Baptist church
Christianity.
to me too.
It's more pure than European Christianity. A little more pure.
Yeah.
More books, more truth.
Yeah, it is. Especially it's closer to the Ethiopian version.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Africa.
Yeah. The Methodist was just another sect. They have this story. I forget who they
Another
say
method. You hear what it's
started
called?
Methodist in
Methodist.
America.
Somebody created the
but
method.
They have the African Methodists and then they have the European Methodists. Yeah, because the black people are still fighting for equal rights within the Methodist Church, because it's just like a Catholic church. It has bishop and this one and that one, and they all control all the resources. Yes, it's something else. I worked in that sector for a while as a treasurer at a Methodist church, so it's interesting to set up.
I watched it too. Like I paid attention when I went to Catholic, when I went to Anglican church. Literally, you got the church, and then you come out of the church, across the street from the church is the office. And I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Always all kind of money going in that place. Like, damn.
And when you find out, when you go into those positions and you start serving, you find out that it's all about a business.
Yeah, that's all.
The people get caught up in the sanctuary where the spirit is. But that's the only place where the spirit is. It's in the sanctuary. It's nowhere else in the church. Because everywhere else in the church is a money exchange.
Yeah. They started it in Rome and they kept roaming. So they roamed all the way to America. So by them roaming, wherever they were roaming as Romans, yeah, they ain't American, and it became a business. They started over there. You had to pay taxes. You had to pay your tithes. Now they don't got to tell you. They just pass a plate around. You know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You pay your tithes every weekend, every Sunday, every beginning of the week. You pay your tithes.
Yep, and you eat the blood. Eat the skin and drink that.
You doing
eat the flesh and drink the blood.
You doing rituals. You paying debts and doing rituals. You paying debts.
Absolutely.
You paying debts in that.
Yeah, that's an offering, a sacrificial ritual. Yeah.
And doing rituals. And you want to know why you can't vibrate any higher? Because all them debts that you paying and all them rituals, he going in, he taking all that power and he doing whatever he doing, offering it to a higher purpose or a higher something. And then he getting what he getting out of it. And you just here doing what you doing. Looking crazy.
It's an energy.
And he just telling you, yeah.
Yep, it's an energy grab.
I don't know that. Why you think I never step foot back in there? You can't get me to step foot in there.
Crazy.
I'll go on the mic and tell them all off.
People are slowly waking up. I know. If they haven't figured out this Pope situation yet, I don't know what the heck. They literally have blinders on their eyes.
They got you drinking blood and eating a body. He's a vampire. He's telling you he's a vampire.
And he literally looks like it. Off the chain. Off the chain.
I'm telling you everything.
Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up and talk about, Brother Riz?
No, sister. Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Yeah, let me just make sure I got everything. And I'm trying to think because there's so much big stuff going on.
There's a lot going on out there.
Do you know anybody that got a chance to work with the Trump meme?
Nah,
let's
haven't got anything yet.
let's end. Let's see if we can end with this. I think this is Fat Joe getting booed off stage.
Yeah, you been saying a lot of bad stuff about black people and stuff.
Mr. Crack, Joey Crack. He's gone. He's out of here. Oh, I got one more thing to talk to you about. Them weirdos. You know what he was doing, right? Talking crap about FBA.
Yeah.
Calling our men monkeys when he made his little money off of us.
You don't even understand. Puerto Ricans are African, Spaniard, and Indian. So he got black. How does he sound?
Hold on, say that again.
A Puerto Rican, it consists of an African, an Indian, and a Spaniard. So how does he sound talking about black people when it's in his bloodline? He sounds just as ignorant.
Yeah, he is actually Cuban and Spanish.
Still in his bloodline. Cuban,
so that means he doesn't even know. Well, he went to Africa before, but I guess he didn't get his DNA done.
Sad.
Crazy. Oh, did you hear this about DJ Academics? He need to be canceled. He about to be canceled.
What do you do?
Let's see if I can
What
find
are you doing
it.
now?
He was grooming this 15-year-old.
I never did this in DJ Academics or nothing he had going on anyway. Oh, it's a cornball to me.
Me either. I never even heard about him until other people was talking about him. But I wouldn't, the way how his show is, I wouldn't even listen to him anyway.
Wow, he got caught. Yeah, I believe it. He about to catch many more of them. Oh yeah, he was
grooming a 15-year-old kid on. Yep, here it goes. DJ Academics exposed for grooming a minor. Let's look at it. Hold on. Freaking monster. Out of here with this crap.
You was around Drake. What you expect?
Old ass messing with this little kid. Trying to. DJ Academics exposed for grooming 15-year-old minor, January 25th. Hold on, let's read this. I actually saw the video. It was disgusting. DJ Academics, a well-known internet personality and podcaster, is under intense scrutiny after making inappropriate and sexually suggestive comments to a 15-year-old Twitch streamer during a live stream on January 23rd. The incident, which was captured on video and shared across social media, has sparked outrage online with many demanding accountability for the controversial comments. Where's the video?
If Max said he wanted to try fucking a dude, would you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yo, you can have.
If I can't fuck you, I'm cutting you off.
No, yo. Suppose he's like, yo, bro. Listen, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
Wow.
Yo, I'm not gay.
That's why people don't let their kids play online with people shit like this.
Wait, hold on. So you tell me that there's not another 15-year-old that you could bust down?
Yo, bro.
Wow.
Like, I'm serious. So there's not another 15-year-old you could bust down.
You go to school?
Yo, if Max got a sister and she threw you the box, would you smash her?
He already has a sister.
Shit.
Alright, if she threw you the box, would you smash?
No, because I'm 15.
What I mean?
Wow.
She's above 18.
What I mean?
Okay, what does that mean?
It will be grooming.
It'll be what?
Grooming.
That has nothing to do with you. Wow. Told him too what it is.
Nah, imagine no.
Yo, Nor, what's your address? I'm gonna send some strippers over there.
Slow down, yo. I am 15. I hope you know that, bro.
Wow, this nigga gay. This nigga is talking to boys and shit.
Yo, bro,
and
he
he grooming fucking little minor males and shit.
So?
Wow, okay. That's crazy.
You know, all the rappers lost their virginity to like old women, right? Like. And there's more.
Wow.
Now, I'm not going through this shit. I'm not. Because these clips are nasty. It's bad work. Nasty work. And today's a great stream, and I'm not bringing it down with this weird energy. This shit is very weird. I talked to Nora. Nora is good to make sure Bubba's good. I'm not going to go through this shit. But once again, I didn't want to hide it in the comm either. I didn't want to hide it in the comm because it's like, then it's like, it looks like I'm hiding this shit when I'm not trying to hide it. It's not some shit I want to give light to. You get what I'm saying? Niggas was joking around in the court, you know, but it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. And I would appreciate it if you don't do that type of shit with my little bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not my little bro, but you feel me? Like, that shit not cool. That shit not cool. And kids, if you ever in like discords, you feel me, where it's like niggas joking around with you, you get what I'm saying? Like, just make sure you separate yourself from those situations. You know what I'm saying?
Response. It's real. I seen your video too. I know who they are. In the call, I was wondering if we can go Discord. This was truly uncomfortable, unnecessary, and disgusting. So it's looking like I might not be able to drop this interview. I wanted to get this story out there, but it has come to my attention that his guardians and possibly law enforcement need to be part of this. I'm in the process of trying to talk to the guardian.
Yeah, I didn't even know the nigga was online doing like.
But if you don't see it, that's why. So I just interviewed Noah, the kid on the stream with academics, and let me tell you, that big real and Ack and them boys need to be packed the fuck up now. I'll be dropping it later on, shaking my head. Let's go. Cancel DJ Academics. You're out of here. You are canceled, you pervert scumbag.
He never was on.
That's right.
You
are a pervert scumbag talking to the children like that. DJ Academics, this message is for you. Your ass is finished. Give your podcast equipment to somebody else because you're done. You are done. You can't even change your name and come back in the game. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. Something's wrong. I hope you get some help because something's wrong with you if you thought that was okay. And I hope you don't get to talk your way out of it neither. That was disgusting. Like, you kept going on and on and on and on. Nah. Not even at all. You should have never even approached that kid like that. Like, nah. You're done, dude. You're done. The planets aligned just to get your ass up out of here. That's crazy. Real crazy.
Yeah,
That you are now the topic of discussion. Just that quick.
He was never on.
This just happened on the 23rd. It took what? Maybe a day for it to circulate around. And the part of the video that they didn't show was academics going off on the kid. Once the kid told him that it was weird, he started cursing and going off on the kid like something was wrong with him. And like he didn't do nothing wrong. What? And the one guy had the guy that was just talking that said to the other kid, separate yourself from them or whatever. He was on the live stream and he had to check academics. Straight disgusting. Now, he was the one that had something to do with Drake, right?
Yeah. Pedophiles of a feather flock together. Yeah.
Yeah. That was sick, though.
I'm not surprised.
He literally knows that mad hundreds of thousands. I forget how many people it said was on the Twitch. He has nothing clicked in your head that shit is wrong.
He forgot, and that's his natural nature. So it's hard to hide
crazy. That. It makes me want to go undercover and be going in the Twitch's things just to get these guys.
Oh, they get a lot of them.
You know what I'm saying? I know people like they got their kids and stuff on Twitch. This freaking idiots lurking around. Like,
yeah, that's why it ain't safe.
We always talking about taking the head of somebody that would ever do that. Like, come on.
That's why it's not safe.
Are they gonna what's gonna happen now? You know? Yeah, I hope that this brings out the discussion because that's against kids. And I think he's going to be punished with the full extent of the law. Facts. What kind of charge would that be? Verbal molestation? Good Lord. Yeah. And the kid called it. He said that's grooming. Yeah, he thought these kids was stupid, huh?
I don't know what it was. Yep.
Well, Brother Riz, it's exactly 11 o'clock.
All right.
A wonderful exit point. And I'm glad we talked about this academics dude. That and the missing children was pretty much the highlight. That was big news, this academics dude. I'm sure there's going to be so many lives, people speaking out. It's a wrap for him.
Just now,
he should be his channel should be taken off YouTube. Yeah. That was way overboard. There's nothing to leave for any question of was he wrong? No, he put his foot in his mouth so many times. He was out of his mind. And that's not the first time he's done that. He's been doing that. And I hope any children, I hope they say for any kids that is a victim of this fool in his mouth need to come out. He's talking about oral sex and all of this crap. Man, that's crazy, yo.
So I'll tell you this.
That was my grandkid. I would have his ass, yo. I would sue him. I would sue him, take his damn money, and then throw his ass in jail. Straight like that.
These people have been doing this for a while. And
I would sue him in a civil court so damn fast. and then I would throw his ass in jail. Crazy. Well, family, on that note, watch your mouth. Don't be talking to nobody's kid, because you're going to get exposed and you're going to be out of here. So, peace and love from the Tonya 23 experience and brother Rizzy. Do you want to say anything moving out?
No, peace and love. Peace and love.
All right. Until the next time.
Until next time.
Act like God is watching you. That's right, family. Because remember, God's always watching you. Peace.
Peace.